You haven't been answering my text, and I sent you a bunch of funny shit, so—
Oh, so now you care, Blitzo? I'm sorry. I remember Stolas scrolling through his phone in the hospital, and every single text from Blitz was dismissive nonsense. Don't come crawling back to Stolas now. What, you only want him now that you can't have him? Also, Stolas, bud, you need better security around here. You're a prince. Come on, man.
Shit.
I haven't mentioned it before, but I think it's funny when Stolas' movements make bird noises. But for real, it's crazy seeing them finally actually talking to each other. And it's super interesting. Blitz trying his same old vulgarity and it's not working. Stolas trying to set boundaries. They don't usually get to just talk to each other without interrupting themselves with random horniness. Seeing them actually engage one-on-one makes me realize I don't think they have a ton of real chemistry. Like, intentionally, in the story. Outside of a sexual sense, I'm not so sure this relationship has much foundation it could stand on.
It might be rude not to make an appearance.
Veronica!
Damn, it's been a while since she's done anything. She kinda seemed important in season 1. Maybe Christina V was just too hard to get a hold of.
I'm tired of this. I'm uncomfortable with how you're speaking to me now.
Dude, your sexy talk was so bad, it had to get bleeped out of this show. The hypocrisy, oh my god. By the way, I think I should make this clear. I think they're both wrong. They're both unhealthy and toxic for this relationship, and likely most other relationships they have. Stolas is self-centered and acts impulsive, changing his mind on a whim and is hypocritical. Blitz is dismissive and distant, hides behind bravado and is too quick to anger and doesn't understand no means no. They're both bad, and they both refuse to see the other one as who they truly are. They both have these wildly different fantasies they've painted of the other one, and now that this facade of a relationship is falling apart, they're both flabbergasted the other isn't this perfect painting they imagined up. No, Stolas is not this royal regal figure who sees Blitz as a plaything. No, Blitz is not this empathetic, rough around the edges but caring guy. They both desperately want to be the victims of this relationship, but refuse to see how the other one is hurting too. Stolas and Blitzo both suck.
In a bad way.
It's really neat seeing Blitz returning to all the past events from the show to apologize to people. That's cool, and makes you realize just how far the show has gone. Also, really feels like we're ramping up to a finale. They catch an effigy on fire, and it's like a real PNG of a real Blitzo doll. That kind of thing just gets me right in the funny bone. This episode has been good, funnier than usual. No dumb subplot that distracts us for no reason. We watch our main characters actually trying to chart a course through their issues in the relationship, and it makes sense why they're doing these things that they're doing. The whole show could be like this, and I'd be on cloud 9. This is amazing. This might be the best episode so far.
I don't think you meant to hurt me, 'cause I don't think it meant a thing at all.
Damn, that's actually a cold as hell line, and a really perfect way of putting it all too. Stolas pivots his head 180 degrees like an owl. God, I just love this crap. It's so funny to me. See, you don't need a billion swear words and sex stuff to be funny. I also like how Stolas isn't having any of Blitz's attempted apology. I think Blitz does want to try and sincerely apologize, but I still don't think he understands what he actually needs to apologize about. He wants to apologize just because he wants to resume their relationship, but he doesn't understand what it meant to Stolas. And I don't think he understands exactly how hurt Stolas was by his words and actions.
I mean, you're a f***ing prince. How could you ever actually care for an imp? Stolas, you are better off without me.
And that's the thing. Blitz keeps circling back around to his royalty thing. He's not listening to Stolas. Stolas has explained a million times that he never cared about any of that he never saw Blitz as any lesser than him, but Blitz isn't allowing himself to accept that fact, because if he did, that would mean he has to acknowledge the problem is his own issues. If he can blame this class discrepancy, then he could ignore his own volatile personality being the real problem here.
I want someone to care if I stay or go. I want someone to want me.
And Stolas refuses to accept that what he wants cannot be found with Blitzo. Stolas has picked the one guy who is the most emotionally distant and cut off from everyone he has a relationship with, and is expecting him to change his ways just for him. Stolas has been obsessed with this mischievous little boy he knew from childhood and has dreamed up a completely different scenario than who Blitz truly is, and he refuses to acknowledge that, hung up on this fantasy rather than seeing there are likely better people for him than this self-obsessed Blitzo.
Poor Blitz, finally having to own that his actions affect other people's fifis.
I like that Veronica is the one to really tell him how it is, to point blank explain that he is the problem.
Because I made the shitty mistake of saying I love. The worst part is you still make me feel like a bad person for being angry at you now.
And this exchange between them is done really well too, it's emotional. They set up the fact that they're exes so long ago, and I'm glad that got to play a larger role for the narrative, and it gives Veronica a lot more for her character too. Damn, I really think this has been the best episode of the whole show so far. No dumb side plot to distract us, great development and exploration of several characters, actually moving things forward with the relationship plot. It was consistently funny, the songs were both pretty good, and the animation was consistently incredible. It's so refreshing having an episode that's just wholly embraces everything about the show that makes it stand out and compelling. I really hope we get this a lot more.
Jennifer dumped me.
That was your shortest, saddest story yet.
So, I'm doing daily reviews of all of the Hell of a Boss episodes. If you want to see the next episode a day early, consider becoming a patron. I hope you have fun with this series, and a huge shout out to my $10 patrons. You're all amazing. Andrew, Valhalla Knight, Chamomile, Classy Critic, Genital War Thunder, Jake, Amber, Hype Man, Isaiah, Scaring Crows, Not All That Evil, Holly, Messiah Complex, Jacob, Ben Sketchbook, Rain, Trash, Wild Pilot, Josh, Twisty, Juan, Bunkin Duncan, Hoodie Angel, Ranger, Hutmut Butt, Primaroon, Steve, Overhypen, Knight, Plague, Unspoken, Tyrene, Thanos, Pandemonium, Peter, Agiri, BR Beginner, and Shahid.